Today on Trisha.
You're the one that left Arizona and went halfway across the country as soon as you could.
Hey.
This woman is here to find out if the man she loves had a baby with his mistress.
This woman, Michelle, is making up all types of lies.
You don't believe that Mark had any kind of relationship with Michelle? No. He was having sex with both the women at the same time?
Yeah.
He's not only denying the mistress's baby.
You know you a duck and a rat. Stop
But is now questioning their own child.
She's admitted that she's cheated before.
Once before.
It don't matter. One time, 20 times.
2 babies, 2 women. The truth is revealed. Does Mark tell you that he loves you? Yeah. You said yes. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Michelle.
He left her when she got pregnant.
I was 9 weeks pregnant when Thomas left.
Today, he could be meeting his 5-year-old son for the very first time.
She refuses to put me on the birth certificate. And you didn't want nothing to do with me until you needed child support.
Act like you wanted to
Sit down. I know feelings are running high, but this little boy is in the middle of it. Is his current girlfriend keeping him away?
That's not your son. You don't need to have nothing to do with it. Don't pay child support.
The answers are in the envelopes. This is what you wanted. This is what you are here for. Will they leave here with more questions than answers? Well, it is time to find out. Today on Trisha. This is Octavia. Octavia is here to prove to her boyfriend Mark that he is indeed the father of her 2-month-old son, Marquise. But wait. This woman is also here to find out if Mark is the father of her 2-month-old baby girl, Honesty. That's right. Mark cheated on Octavia with Michelle, and now both women are at war. So let's listen to Octavia describe this ordeal.
My boyfriend Mark and I have been together for 2 years, and we have our share of problems. But we are committed to making things work. I cheated on Mark once. I was only doing it out of revenge because Mark was seeing other women behind my back. We decided to forgive each other and move on with our relationship. But he still holds it against me, using my one mistake and saying our 2-month-old son, Marquise, is not his. Not only Mark is denying our son, there's another woman named Michelle. She claims she have a 2-month-old baby by Mark too. Now who's the cheater? This woman, Michelle, is making up all types of lies, saying that her and Mark are still seeing each other. Bottom line, I want to end this situation and move on.
Well, Octavia's sister Maisha and Michelle's sister Monique are in our audience today, and you can bet they have a whole lot to say about this drama. We're going to hear from them later. But first, Octavia, tell me about your relationship with Mark.
Okay, me and Mark have been together for 2 years, okay? He's a fabulous man. You know, he's also a fabulous father.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, the problem come in when this girl, Michelle, say that that's his baby.
Was he cheating on you?
Yeah, he was cheating on me.
Why does he doubt your baby, though?
Because, okay, I cheated on him in the past once, but he studied holding against me. Everybody make mistakes.
So how does it make you feel when Mark says he doubts your baby?
I'm pissed, okay? Because he was there when I had my baby. He was there.
His name's on the birth certificate.
His name, and my son also have his last name.
Okay, so let's go into the audience and hear from your sister Maisha. Maisha, how do you feel about Mark?
Oh, he's okay, guy, and minus all the drama, he's all right.
What do you mean about the drama? What's the drama?
All the baby mama drama, the strags, starts coming texting my sister, you know.
Now, Mark's here today to find out if he is the father of Michelle's baby girl. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm gonna say, that's his situation, okay? I have nothing to do with that. I'm here about mine.
If you didn't have nothing to do with that, why are you coming on Honesty's pictures? Let Mark take care of that. Let Mark take care of that. Let Mark take care of that. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Hold on, boo. Hold on. Okay, so why are you coming on the pictures? She's messed up. She's messed up, bro. She's messed up. Okay, your sister here for love. For love. Get it together.
Okay, just a minute. Let's come back back to your baby. Is there any chance that Mark is not his father? Was there any other?
I'm 100% sure that's his baby.
Now, Michelle claims that she had a relationship with Mark.
She's a liar.
What
She's a compulsive liar. If you guys Google compulsive liar, it's going to say Michelle.
Oh, just a minute.
Michelle
Hey, just a minute. Just hold on. You wanted them? You wanted to tell
everyone,
Did
Mark.
you
You
want
got
them?
me messed
Did
up.
you
I ain't
want
none.
them?
I ain't
Did you
none.
want them to tell your
You got me
sister?
messed up.
You wanted them trying to pick them up 2 o'clock at the club. Trying to pick them up at 2 o'clock at the club. You want them. You want them. All right, hang on. You don't believe that Mark had any kind of relationship or sex or anything like that with Michelle?
I found a couple of text messages from the thought.
Oh, from who?
The thought, Michelle.
Yo, what were the text messages saying?
Talking about when we gonna get up, when we gonna kick it, and this and that, but he's never responded. I don't know if he deleted the messages.
Hang on, so how would Michelle have his phone number to text him?
True that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time to meet the other woman in this love triangle. Okay, have a seat, because I don't want to call her out here while you're standing up like that. And leave your shoes on. Okay, so let's meet her and let's hear the other side of the argument, because we don't know yet. She could be telling the truth.
Could.
She could be.
Keyword could.
Yeah, okay, well, let's find out. Let's welcome Michelle. Have a seat. Have a seat. We're going to hear from her.
This trip, you ain't no man. You mad. You mad. You want to come in these shoes. You mad. You mad. Have a seat. Daddy mad. You mad. You want to be.
Now, if you can't have a conversation, if we can't talk about this, is there any point of doing a DNA test or a lie detector test? You're just going to shout all the way through. There's no point. Michelle, did you have a relationship with Mark?
Yep.
Hang on,
Yep,
let's.
sure did.
We've heard from you. What kind of relationship did you have?
Together.
Listen.
She was an ex and a stalker. We was together. We was happy. We had our ups and downs. Then found out about her. Then she was trying to run us off the road. Come on.
Just a minute.
Found out about us. That's why you tried to run us off the road. Bitch, you knew to beat him up because you knew what was up. Silly. Now.
Okay. Now, how long were you having a relationship with Mark?
I was probably with him 6 to 8 months.
Did you know he was in a relationship
Nope.
with anyone?
Nope.
What did he tell you about?
We was gonna get together. We got together. I would go pick him up from work and take him to the fort where he stayed at the time.
Right.
And take him back and forth to work. And they worked together, and he didn't say nothing about it. She came outside when we first started talking, didn't say nothing, looked dumb as hell, like she looking now.
And what did he say?
that.
How did he explain her being
Talking
there?
about she a crazy ex. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. As long as she don't run up on me, she good.
Mark told you Octavia was his ex.
Yeah.
Okay, so you two lay down, you have sex together a number of times, once or twice we're talking about?
No, multiple times. That was my boyfriend.
He was your boyfriend?
Yeah, it was
so
my
how come
boyfriend.
the two of you aren't together now? What
Because I
happened?
told him I didn't want to be with him.
Oh, was he a good boyfriend?
He was all right till I found out about his little crazy ex-girlfriend.
How did you find out about his little ex-girlfriend?
Facebook, his phone, she kept texting, then tried to run us off the road when she seen us together, dropped us off at the store.
Oh, hang on.
Knock it off, you know
So
what it
just
is.
a minute. Octavia, if you saw her in the car with Mark, then you must have known something was going on.
She did.
You know, I used to lie
She
and say
did.
she was the ATM
She
and
did.
getting rads and this and that,
She
which is I
did.
know because she paid my bills.
She did.
She paid my bills. Did you know? And I told you thank you. And the gas station, she say no problem. Use the ATM, use the compulsive
I bought
liar.
baby some
Google.
shoes because you couldn't pay for it to be a woman to take care of
You
her.
ain't
Bitch,
never,
knock it off.
ever
Knock
bought my
it off.
baby some shoes.
Not
You
your
ain't
baby because you
never.
had
Sit down. If it's true that he got money from Michelle.
I know for a
Yeah,
fact.
just a minute. And you actually stooped so low as to use his mistress's money. Would you want to touch that money?
Actually, Trish,
She's
what it was
thirsty.
I told him I
She is
needed some
broke.
money for the
She
for the late
broke.
fee.
Yeah, then
He
couldn't pay
came
the
back
rent.
5 minutes later. He
Couldn't pay
gave
the
it to
rent.
me.
Broke.
So I
Broke.
saw her,
Just a
whatever.
minute.
He told me about it. He said, yeah, okay, I'm gonna be real. I got some money from my, you know. Well, I said, well, why would you get some money from her? She's like, I got to do what I got to do to take care of my family.
Yeah.
So in other words, is he saying he has to sleep with another woman in order to pay the bills for you?
It wasn't nothing but 10 minutes. He was left and
She
came right
lying.
back.
She lying.
Lied and came
She
right back.
lying. She lying. 10 minutes, then what did you do for shorty.
All right, let me ask you.
What he do
Just
for
a minute.
you?
Marshall, are you still seeing Mark?
No.
The last time you had sex with him?
December.
I should tell you again that we did give Michelle a lie detector test, so we'll be able to work out whether she's telling the truth or not. But next, we're going to meet Mark, the man behind this double baby drama, and we will also reveal Michelle's lie detector results and the DNA results. Stay tuned. Up next. So you were having sex with both the women at the same time?
Yeah. The whole reason why she's sitting up here mad, popping her neck, looking like a chick head, because I don't want to be with her.
And later.
Thomas abandoned me when I first found out I was pregnant, and he has never seen his son in person.
He could be meeting his 5-year-old son for the very first time.
And you didn't want nothing to do with me until you needed child support.
One day, acting like you wanted to
sit down. Facing the DNA test. This is what you are here for. Today on Trisha. We're back with Octavia and Michelle, who are both here to find out if this man, Mark, is the father of their 2-month-old babies, Marquise and Honesty. But Mark has serious doubts. In fact, he's convinced Octavia is a chronic cheater and says her baby looks nothing like him. And Michelle, he says she's out to destroy him. So we've heard from both women and we're about to meet Mark. But before we do, let's listen to what he had to say.
I am here because I want to know if Octavia's son and Michelle's daughter are my babies. Octavia is my girl, but we've had a rocky relationship in the past. She's cheated on me before, so I don't trust her. This is why I don't believe her son Marquise is mine. Marquise looks nothing like me, and the timeline does not add up from when he was conceived. Michelle and I met after I left Octavia. We had a cool relationship until I found out she was crazy and a liar. I really think Michelle is lying about me being the father of her daughter, Honesty, because she's jealous of Octavia and wants to hurt her. One minute Michelle tells me I am the father of her baby, then the next minute I'm not. I don't think she knows who her baby father is. I don't believe that either of these kids are mine.
Right. Okay. Before we start all of that again, Michelle, are you hoping that he is the dad?
I don't care for him. He can't do nothing. He broke. He don't got a job. He a bum. You take care of him, silly.
Come on out, Mark. Let's meet you.
How you doing? Nice to meet you. Now, first and foremost, me and you got to understand, and you know what it is. We done both did some things wrong, and you know why that's my confusion with my son and whatnot. But you know you a duck and a rat. Stop fronting out here, man.
Mark, so what happened? How come you got with Michelle anyway?
Oh, man, she a cash cow. She keep that bread coming, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
straight up.
Okay,
That's
just a minute.
Silly.
No, seriously. How did you get into a relationship
I got in a relationship with her after me and her ended up falling apart for a little bit, but me and her was still together. I mean, not in a relationship, but I was still going back and forth with her.
So you were having sex with both the women at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, and let me get this right. You were getting money out of Michelle.
Correct. Yeah.
So you were using her.
Correct. Yeah.
And you're proud of that.
I mean, I'm not saying I was proud of it. You know what I'm saying?
You're bum.
When I met her, that's how she presented herself to me.
Right,
She didn't come at me like she was trying to get in a serious relationship with me. She came at me bogusly, talking after 3 days of talking to me. We hadn't had sex or nothing. She'd come out the gate talking about I love you. After 3 days of talking to me,
just So if she offered you money, wouldn't your pride as a man say, you know what, you keep that?
He's a bum. He's a bum. He's a bum.
Pride as a
Hang on, just a minute.
Pride as a man would make me say that, but she a goofy. Why not take her?
So why do you have question marks over Octavia's little boy, over Marquise? Why?
It's been a lot of rumors, you know what I'm saying? She's admitted that she's cheated before.
Once before.
It don't matter.
Time,
it don't matter. One time, 20
one time.
times,
Mark,
30 times. It don't matter how many times it was. It don't matter how many. I don't care if I was there or not. And I was there because I'm a stand-up dude. I'm a stand-up dude. That's why. And I lay down with you. And I know it's a possibility that the kid could be mine. But there's also the possibility it can't be mine because she slept with somebody else.
Okay.
So why front? Why front? Why front? Keep it real. Keep it real.
Okay, just a minute.
Whatever you want to call it. Well, now that's why we're going through this.
Okay. Have you been in Marquise's life at all?
Yes, I have.
Like, what have you done for him?
Everything.
Like?
Pampers, wet wipes, change the diaper, buy him clothes, wake up with him middle of the night, everything.
Is he?
He's 2 months. I'm gonna be there for the rest of his life if he's mine.
If he's yours. What if he's not yours?
If he's not mine, you know, I've already been attached. I'm already attached to him.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can't just walk away from him. I'm still gonna, but I'm not gonna be the sole father in his life. I'm gonna be there for him, though.
All right. So let's talk about Michelle. Hang on just a minute. What happens, you were, to use your words, you were laying down with her, so there is a possibility. What happens if her little girl, what's your little girl's name?
Honesty.
So what happens if her little girl is your daughter? Then
I'm
what?
gonna do the same thing I do for the rest of my kids. Take care of them.
How many kids have you got?
I have a 9-year-old daughter as well, but she fronting. I didn't try to be there for her
And
kids.
where's the stuff that you gave us? We don't need
your
help. You're not going to be there. It don't matter if she's yours or you're not seeing her.
These are your kids' clothes. Why would you take your kids' clothes and throw them in the front yard?
Because I don't want nothing from him. I don't want nothing from him. I want him to sign his rights over. He don't got to do nothing for my daughter. It's that simple. I don't need nothing for him.
When you gonna come see your daughter? When you gonna do this for your daughter? And then when I do come around and stuff, she got the whole reason why she's sitting up here mad, popping her neck, looking like a chickhead. Because I don't want to be with her.
You look like come on, film with your big ass ears.
Who walked away from who?
She's saying she walked away from me, but truth be told, I left her.
For what it's worth, I don't believe you in that, Mark. I don't believe you would lay down and have sex with someone purely for money, because that would make you a hoe, wouldn't it?
I'm cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. That is true. That is true. That is true. That would make me a hoe.
Well, Michelle wants to prove to Octavia once and for all that Mark really wants to be with her.
She crazy out her damn mind. Why she think that?
Yeah,
that's why you.
Why would you think that? Why would you think that? Why would you think that?
Hey,
come on, man. She just sent me Facebook relationship request. Denied.
Denied.
Stop that.
So to help us to get to the bottom of all of this, we've brought in our polygraph expert, Tim Acosta.
Thank you.
So, Tim, we have Michelle's lie detector results. Let's find out what's really going on. Michelle, we asked you, did Mark tell you he was in a relationship with Octavia when you hooked up with him? You said no. Tim? Coming up, we asked you, does Mark tell you that he loves you? Yeah. You said yes. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Michelle...
You ain't talking about nothing. You front whenever you get.
Up next.
Thomas abandoned me when I first found out I was pregnant, and he has never seen his son in person.
He could be meeting his 5-year-old son for the very first time.
And you didn't want nothing to do with me until you needed child support.
Acting like you want to sit down. I know feelings are running high, but this little boy is in the middle of it, okay? What you are here for today on Trisha. Welcome, Tamara. Now, she's furious that her ex-boyfriend Thomas is denying her 5-year-old son, Atreyu. And she suspects his current girlfriend, Crystal, is filling his head with poisonous lies and doubts, all to get out of paying child support. But There's a twist. Thomas says Tamara flat out refuses to put his name on the birth certificate, and it's reason enough for him to suspect Atreyu is another man's child. So before we go any further, let's listen to Tamara's side of this story.
My ex-boyfriend Thomas is the father of my 5-year-old son Atreyu, and he knows it. I am 100% sure that Thomas is the father of my son because I was with no one else. Thomas abandoned me when I first found out I was pregnant, and he has never seen his son in person. I've tried to help Thomas step up to the plate and be a responsible parent, but he insists on being a deadbeat dad. I truly believe that Crystal, Thomas's current girlfriend, is the problem. She's the one that's making him believe that he is not the father. My boyfriend James has been more of a father figure to my son than Thomas. He is the only father figure that Atreyu knows. James helped me through my entire pregnancy. He even cut my son's umbilical cord when he was born. Thomas needs to accept his responsibility and be a father to our son. Otherwise, I'm gonna let a real man be his daddy.
Now, Tamara's current boyfriend, James, is here in our audience. He's been raising Atreyu since birth, and as you can imagine, he's some strong opinions about the situations. But first, Tamara, you believe he denies his son. Why? Because of his new partner?
I've never had an issue with him at all, denying him. He didn't start denying Atreyu until about 3 or 4 months ago.
So what kind of relationship did you two have?
When me and him first got together, it was wonderful. I met James through Thomas.
Oh!
Yes, I did. James was actually working with Thomas.
So was James on the scene when you got pregnant?
No, I wasn't. I was pregnant before I even met James. James heard Atreyu's heartbeat on Thomas's phone, on his cell phone. Yes, he did. He was there at my first doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
Thomas went with me and recorded Atreyu's heartbeat.
But you're saying ever since you got together with James, and James is here, James has been there, he was at the birth.
I was 9 weeks pregnant when Thomas left.
Has Thomas ever been in his life?
No, he's never seen him. He's
never seen him?
Never seen him. Never seen him.
How old is he?
He's 5 years old. He's 5. He's never set eyes on him, never been in the same room.
Have you offered him?
Oh, yeah, I've offered. I even told him, okay, because this last year when he did work, he told me that he wasn't going to file his income tax. I told him if he filed his income tax return, whatever half the money that I got, I would send him money to come see his son. And he's...
What did he say?
Nothing.
Now, as you know, Tamara's boyfriend James is here in our audience and says he's been a father figure to Atreyu. James, so what's your relationship with Atreyu?
Atreyu is my son, and I love him. I've been there for him ever since that abandoned her. I took care of her. I listened. I felt him kick in her stomach. I've been there from day one, and I will be there till the end.
What makes you so angry about Thomas then?
Because he's a
But why?
Because he doesn't take care of his responsibility. He just keeps hopping around from girl to girl, using women, and being a player.
But have you actually offered for him to get together?
I told him, I asked him to come see his son. I told him I would never stand in his way, that he was more than welcome in my home.
You told him that?
To come and see his boy.
So what did he say to that?
Nothing.
So, okay, now, thank you very much. Now, Tamara, Thomas believes you cheated on him.
What gets me?
That'll be a no then. That'll be a no. So there's no way James could be the father? No? Well,
It's hysterical. It's hysterical to me. His stupidity amazes me. Really, really it does. Because, I mean...
So many times we hear women are keeping the father of the child away.
I have begged him. I call him probably every other week, every 3 weeks or so, and begging him, when are you going to come see your son? When are you going to start paying child support? When are you going to, you know?
But so why is he now denying your little boy then? Why?
I have no idea.
Whose name's on the birth certificate?
It's just mine. Just mine.
Why?
Why? Because he was not there.
But you've always told... What does Atreyu believe?
Atreyu knows who Thomas is. He knows his real daddy. If you ask him who his real daddy is, he'll tell you Thomas. But he knows that James is his dad.
Okay.
He called James daddy.
So
that was a big thing. That was a big thing about Thomas. He said, I'm not coming to see my son until he knows who he is. Okay? And then I go and I'd start... He's only 5 years old. How are you going to explain to a 5-year-old boy who his daddy is?
Someone who's never seen him.
They don't... Mentally, yeah, he's never seen him. He can't make that connection.
If the DNA test comes back and confirms what you're saying, that Thomas is his dad, will anything change?
I hope to God he gets his head out of his ass and you know, really, I hope to God. What gets me is that he's never seen him, and it takes something like this for him. This is the first time on this show that he's gonna set eyes on his son.
Wow.
You know, and that's what gets me, is that it takes something like this.
Let's find out why. Let's find out why all of this has been going on, yeah? Yeah.
I wanna know why.
All right, it's time that we meet Thomas and his partner, Crystal. So
Yeah,
Thomas and Crystal, come on out. Yeah, stay there. Up next, do you really have doubts that Atreyu's your son?
Yeah, she
Why?
refuses to put me on the birth certificate. And you didn't want nothing to do with me until you needed child support.
One day, acting like you wanted to
sit down. I know feelings are running high, but this little boy is in the middle of it. And later, we asked you, does Mark tell you that he loves you? Yeah. You said yes. Tim?
The polygraph determined that my shell.
You ain't talking about nothing. You front whenever you get.
You are the father. Get off my stage.
Facing the DNA test. This is what you are here for. Today on Trisha.
My ex-boyfriend Thomas is the father of my 5-year-old son Atreyu, and he knows it. Thomas abandoned me when I first found out I was pregnant, and he has never seen his son in person. I truly believe that Crystal, Thomas's current girlfriend, is the problem. She's the one that's making him believe that he is not the father.
Has Thomas ever been in his life?
No, he's never seen him.
Thomas believes you cheated on him. That'll be a no then. That'll be a no.
This is the first time on this show that he's going to set eyes on his son.
It's time that we meet Thomas and his partner, Crystal. So
Yeah,
Thomas and Crystal, come on out. Yeah, you stay there. Hang on. Thomas, do you really have doubts that Atreyu's your son?
Yeah, she
Why?
refuses to put me on the birth certificate. I told her a year and a half ago, put me on the birth certificate.
Watch your language, watch your mouth. Yeah.
Put me on the birth certificate, and I'll put an end to everything. I'll stop.
Can I ask you why you haven't seen you've never actually set eyes on...
She throws up a roadblock. I tried plenty of times. When she contacted me...
Just a minute, wait, let me hear,
When she contacted me, ain't nobody talking to you. Every time I come up with a way for me to fly out, oh, that ain't good enough.
Let me ask you a question.
Every time I tried to find a way for her and Atreyu to come out to Oregon, take Atreyu and teach him how to snowboard.
Hang on, just a minute.
Why do I have to...
You had a chance to come see your son, you wouldn't see him.
Why do I have to go?
You're the one that left Arizona and went halfway across the country as soon as you got here.
Hey.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, and you didn't want nothing to do with me until you needed child support.
You come one day, acting like you wanted to
sit down.
Yeah, when you finally needed
Now,
finally needed everything. I've given your son more than you'll ever give him.
Yeah, exactly. You've given her more than she has.
we need to hear everybody's side. I know feelings are running high, but this little boy is in the middle of it, okay? Just a minute. Just a minute. He deserves to actually talk.
He deserves a relationship with his son, too, and he needs to realize that.
Do you not want to hear what he's got to say? I would like to hear what he says. I think the audience would like to hear it. Yes. All right, thank you. All right. Okay, so, Thomas, you two split up. Why did you not get to see your son in the early days?
Me and Tamara split up. We were living in Arizona. I had absolutely no family.
Right.
She had her mom and dad there. She had all the support that she needed.
No, that's not what I asked. Why didn't you get to see your little boy?
Because I left.
Just a minute.
Because I left.
What, you knew she was pregnant when
Yes.
when you left. One of the things that Tamara seemed to think was that these doubts about him being Atreyu's dad came from you.
We've been together for a year. Why all of a sudden now would I be telling him that's not your kid? When we first met, he showed me a picture of him and was like, this is my son. I was like, wow, he looks just like you. So why all of a sudden, almost into our second year of being together, would I start telling him, that's not your son. You don't need to have nothing to do with it. Don't pay child support.
So you showed Crystal a picture of Atreyu and said, that's my son. If you had doubts, why would you do that?
Because at that point in time, I was still trying to put everything together. And how could I tell somebody I'm showing you a picture of a child that may be my son?
So why did you suddenly have these doubts after all these years? What, you know, if you knew what you're saying you knew...
He don't want to pay child support.
So, this is James's DNA test, just to put all the arguments...
I pray to God I'm his father.
You'd
I
like
wish
to
I
be
was
said.
his father.
Well, just a minute. Hang on, just a minute. Just a damn minute, okay? Sperm makes a child. It takes a lot more to make a daddy. So, let's find out.
And I'm a good daddy.
Well,
That's what...
okay, all right.
I never said he wasn't about...
Shall we open this to find out?
Yes, ma'am.
Who wants to open that? I'll open it. Coming up, he could be meeting his 5-year-old son for the very first time. This is what you wanted. This is what you are here for. Mummy needs to keep this shut and just be supporting for the little boy. You're a good mummy, okay? And later, we have Michelle's lie detector results. We asked you, does Mark tell you that he loves you? Yeah. You said yes. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Michelle...
You ain't talking about nothing. You frontin' whenever you get...
Facing the DNA test. This is what you are here for. Today on Trisha.
My ex-boyfriend Thomas is the father of my 5-year-old son, Atreyu, and he knows it. Thomas abandoned me when I first found out I was pregnant, and he has never seen his son in person. I truly believe that Crystal, Thomas's current girlfriend, is the problem. She's the one that's making him believe that he is not the father.
Has Thomas ever been in his life?
No, he's never seen him.
Thomas believes you cheated on him. That'll be a no then. That'll be a no.
This is the first time on this show that he's going to set eyes on his son.
Thomas, do you really have doubts that Atreyu's your son?
Yeah, she
Why?
refuses to put me on the birth certificate.
You showed Crystal a picture of Atreyu and said, that's my son.
How could I tell somebody I'm showing you a picture of a child that may be my son?
So, this is James's DNA test, just to put all the arguments...
I pray to God I'm his father.
Who wants to open that? I'll open it. Huh. James, you are not Atreus's biological father.
I know that.
Okay, you knew that. Here's the one whole thing, Thomas. This is what you wanted. This is what you are here for. So, you want to open that? I don't know what it says.
I am the father. He is my son. Now I have my proof. So now I don't need her to put myself on his birth certificate.
I asked the producer, okay, after this test came back, I asked him if you and Atreyu by yourselves could go together and be in the same room.
No.
I'm
going to back up. I'm going to back up on that. And I'm going to speak from Atreyu's point of view. He's your little boy, but you are still a stranger. So I would not put you in the room with that little boy on their own. I would like for our counselor to be there, and Mummy needs to be there, and Mummy needs to keep this shut and just be supporting for the little boy. You're a good mummy, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
You do not badmouth the people who've been supporting him, whatever you think of these two, because that's what he'll remember you for. Up next, we have Michelle's lie detector results. We asked you, does Mark tell you that he loves you? Yeah. You said yes. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Michelle...
You ain't talking about nothing. You frontin' whenever you get...
You are the father. Get off my stage.
Facing the DNA test. This is what you are here for. Today on Trisha.
I am here because I want to know if Octavia's son and Michelle's daughter are my babies. Octavia is my girl, but we've had a rocky relationship in the past. She's cheated on me before. This is why I don't believe her son Marquise is mine. Michelle and I met after I left Octavia. I really think Michelle is lying about me being the father of her daughter, Honesty, because she's jealous of Octavia and wants to hurt her. I don't believe that either of these kids are mine.
You gotta understand, and you know what it is. We done both did some things wrong, and you know why that's my confusion with my son and whatnot. But you know you a duck and a rat. Stop fronting out here, man.
So what happened? How come you got with Michelle anyway?
Oh man, she a cash cow. She keep that bread coming.
Why do you have question marks over Octavia's little boy?
She's admitted that she's cheated before.
Once before.
It don't matter.
Time,
it don't matter. One time, 20
One time.
times,
You was
30
there.
times. It
You
don't
was
matter.
there.
So what happens if her little girl is your daughter? Then
I'm
what?
gonna do the same thing I do for the rest of my kids. Take care of them.
Well, Michelle wants to prove to Octavia once and for all that Mark really wants to be with her. So to help us to get to the bottom of all of this, we've brought in our polygraph expert, Tim Acosta.
Thank you.
So, Tim, we have Michelle's lie detector results. Let's find out what's really going on. Michelle, we asked you, did Mark tell you he was in a relationship with Octavia when you hooked up with him? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Michelle was being truthful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Michelle, we asked you, do you want to be in a relationship with Mark? You said no.
No.
Tim?
The polygraph determined that Michelle was being truthful.
Thank you.
Michelle, we asked you, was December the last time you had any sexual contact with Mark?
Yep.
You said yes. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Michelle was being truthful.
Thank you. Thank you.
We can answer all questions. You know what I'm saying?
Both of y'all
Sexual
nasty.
contact.
Both of y'all.
Michelle, we asked you, has Mark told you he wants to be in a relationship with you if you grow up?
Yep.
You said yes. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Michelle was being truthful.
Thank you.
But hold on. What does that prove?
Thank you.
We asked you, does Mark tell you that he loves you?
Yeah.
You said yes. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Michelle was being truthful.
Michelle, Octavia, at the beginning, you actually said that Michelle was a compulsive liar. Very rarely on this show have I seen a lie detector test come back where 100% truthful.
But listen, hold on. No. Listen, first off, I'm sitting up. I feel what you're saying. She told the truth, but the questions you're asking her. Yeah, I was with her. I didn't lie to her and told her plenty of things. Of course. So if you ask her, did he ever tell you I love her? Yeah, I lied and told her that. You didn't ask her, was I with her recently, or have I talked to her, have I been with her, or
we said
anything like that? Period.
She said the last time was December.
Was I with you in December?
No.
Okay, then we was off and on, back and forth.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay.
What's up? Well, I could shoot holes through your whole little demonstration. You ain't talking about nothing. You front whenever you get through.
Okay. What we've ascertained from that is basically that Michelle tells the truth. Whether Mark does or not is another question. Now, there's still the important question of whether these two innocent babies up here are truly family. So let's cut to the chase. Let's get to the envelopes. The DNA test. Thank you. So, Marquez, who wants to open this? You want to... Okay. I don't know what's in these envelopes. Are you hoping he is your son?
Yes, I am. It says I am the father, Goofy.
Oh!
Bam. Y'all see that back there?
All right, yeah, yes.
Now, you happy?
I'm very happy.
You happy?
I'm very happy.
Yeah. Okay, so let's find out about honesty, okay?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Nope.
Oh.
You are the father, bitch. Not my my child support because you be paying it.
Earlier, you were shooting holes through our little demo, or whatever you called it. So the fact is you got two women pregnant at around the same time. Here is my concern. You have brought two young, innocent lives into this world. What all three of you do from now on, you have the power to make or break two human beings. Now, if your son follows in your footsteps, he ain't gonna have a happy life.
Thank you.
If your daughter ends up with a man like you, she's not gonna have a happy life.
Right, thank you.
inside. Here's the fantastic opportunity you have, is to change the future for 2 human beings and all the children that come from them. And that means getting employment, not hoeing yourself out and lying down with somebody who will give you money. When that little girl gets old enough, she'll turn around and she'll be angry with both of you for the way that you react. That's the way it's going to be. So let me send you out that way. And let me send you out that way. You have your support systems, you have your support systems. What you choose to do with your life is one thing. What effect it has on your children's lives is something you need to really go away and think about. Facing the DNA test. This is what you are here for. Today on Trisha. I've got to go and take a lie down now. And guess what? After that show, I'm going to take a lie down alone. Take care. Bye-bye.